It's because Walter loves other people.
I don't love at all. But welcome back to 3 Artists, 1 Mic. I'm one of your hosts, Walter, Pink Armpits, whatever. Here with me over the phone again is Charlotte and Patrick.
Howdy. Diamond Quality Cosplay here.
Wait, what?
What? Did a whole intro. How are you, Charlotte?
Stressed out.
What?
I'm stressed.
Do you want to talk about it? I don't know if you want to talk about. Oh God! Patrick literally flipped his eyelid. Anyway, do you want to talk about your stress or off the record?
I don't mind either way. I'm just really worried about school and everything.
I feel that in every way possible. Not like you can relate, Patrick.
I can totally relate. I totally stress about school on the daily. You know, that's me.
The fucking dropout.
That's the school, Doug.
Cosplay school.
Cosplay.
Yeah.
There's just
Yeah,
an
man.
anime based on Patrick.
Yeah, if there was a cosplay school though, like I'd be hitting that shit up, getting A+s all day. Fuck you, mean.
And then like you get a C in the class.
Honestly, probably. It'd be like, yo, I do enjoy this class, but like, I don't put effort into things.
That's literally me every semester. And then I'm just like, but like, why am I getting bad grades though?
Like, I'll cheat through all the tests, and then you know that.
This that reminds me. We had like a quiz in my. One of my classes, I forget, because the way that my school works, we don't call classes by their names, we call them by their numbers.
That's fucking dumb.
Yeah, and like that confuses the shit out of me. Huh?
That's gross.
Yeah, so like, if anyone goes to the same school as me, IT 420, blaze it. So like, we had this quiz or whatever, and it was easy as fuck, and then apparently I got like the same quiz that's my friend's friend sent us pictures of. But even then, I had recorded my notes the night before. Literally, I stayed up till 5 in the morning editing and fucking doing that shit. And then my professor was like, "You have to put your phones in your book bags. If I see it in your pocket, I'm gonna disqualify your exams." And me, I was just like, "Oh no, I can't listen to myself read my notes." Whatever will I do? I literally just had my phone still with the headphones connected through my clothes, and like
I've done that shit.
I just shoved it in my bag playing, and I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like I literally like when I had to give in the exam, I literally just unplugged my headphones with this still dangling out, and I just gave it to her. She's like, "Oh, thank you for your exam." I was like,
Bruh.
"Yeah," and just walked
No
out.
questions as to why the headphones are in there.
Yeah, I was like, horrible.
No, when I was, my one semester of college, unfortunately, I didn't have the iPod that I have now. And my iPod I had then didn't have a back camera, right? And so I tried to download this app called Photo Math Lab or some shit like that.
The fuck?
Where basically, like, you show the camera the fucking math equation and it solved the problem for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I didn't have a... Yeah.
Boy,
but
that's a stretch on an exam. You're like, oh, can you see they're not proctoring right now.
But yeah, no, and it's like, if I had that...
I could have used that last semester, fuck.
If I had that, I'd totally use that. It wouldn't work with my front camera.
That's stupid.
It really is.
Wait, because like... No one's really gonna be flipping their phone and be like, oh,
"Hey, look, take a selfie with my exam."
Yeah.
It was good. Dude, what are you doing, Pat? I'm taking a selfie with my exam.
With my exam. It's like, but why is it only focusing on your exam?
This is going on the gram, Doug. This exam needs to be on the gram, Doug. But nah, my worst example of cheating thus far has to be middle school. I hope none of this can like get our diplomas legally revoked, but. But like, no, I had this teacher, I forget what math it was, some fucking algebra bullshit.
Algebra 1, 2,
it was like
trigonometry, geometry, calculus, pre-calculus.
One of those. It was like my third year of high school, and
probably algebra 2.
Third year of high school, and yeah, the teacher did everything electronically, right? Like he went around and checked homework. He checked it off in his fucking tablet.
On like end grade?
Yeah. On end grade. Like he had nothing written. There was no written documents, right? So at one point I handed in some work to him and he needed to like adjust my thing on end grade. And he did it on the laptop computer.
Yeah.
Right? The thing is he accidentally put his password
In the username.
In the username
oh,
section.
it was that teacher.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I saw the password, and then he deleted it real quick, and then I saw what his username was. I memorized that shit. I had to lock that shit down in my memory real quick. And then for the rest of the year, I was just adjusting my grades.
It's not like he would have noticed her. I mean, I feel like he would have noticed.
I made sure to be...
Adjusted your grade?
Yeah.
You know, illegal high school shit.
And yeah, it was on some like really you know, low, like high key subtle shit. Cause like, you know, I wasn't gonna be out here like, oh, this C is now an A. You know, that shit's wild noticeable. Mm-hmm. So I'd like upgrade a C to like a higher C or a B.
B minus.
Yeah. Or something like that. And then, you know, I tried to do this for a young girl I like, but, you know, that didn't work out. But it's like, I'm gonna, hey, I changed your grade, by the way. Okay.
Please go out with me. Oh my god.
But yeah, no, I found many ways of cheating in high school, but I always try to keep it low key. Because if more than one person, like, all of us started using the same method,
yeah,
then it would people, someone would fuck up and get caught.
Mm-hmm.
Like for the, whatchamacallit, we had like a computer class or whatever, like on how to use different Microsoft programs and shit.
Oh god, CBA.
Yeah, that shit. And basically, I was too lazy to type down all the shit from the textbook, because you'd have to type in some shit,
mm-hmm.
and then you'd have to, you know, format it based on their instructions.
Yeah.
So what I do is I just find the textbook online, copy and paste the text,
oh my god,
and then format it.
Oh my god. That's called plagiarism.
How is it plagiarism though? Because
the assignment.
The assignment was to type it in from the textbook. You were supposed to type it in exactly.
So you just did the assignment.
Yeah, I just did the assignment. I just like, you know, did it faster.
The professor wanted you to plagiarize.
Essentially, the class was a plagiarization. Yeah,
I mean,
you like, because like basically it was like, hey, type this shit.
Learn the program.
Like, learn the program. But yeah, type this shit, format it exactly this way, and if everything is, you know, exactly the way it is in the textbook, you get an A. Bada bing, bada boom.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't copy and paste from an art textbook.
I can't get a physical textbook and paste it onto my documents. That's why, like, what I do, even though it's illegal, is to search it. If not, I get it from classmates.
Shit, dog. That's...
No, legit. I did that, like, for my, fucking, what is it? Calculus? Whatever I took last semester. No! Statistics.
Uh-huh.
There was this dude in the class, and I was sitting, like, in the row behind him to his, left, and I was just like, yo, what's up? My name's Walter, whatever. Yo, what's up? He's like, oh, my name's, you know, whatever. And I was like, yo, so did you get a text? I was like, yeah, my friend just gave it to me. I was like, yo, like, can you email that to me? He's like, yeah, sure. And then he gave it to me. I was like, yes, save money.
I'm pretty sure when I was in McNair. By the way, for those of you who don't know, I was
You're a smart boy.
I was a smart boy. I got into McNair.
Till you failed.
Shut up. Best high school. I'm telling the story. Fuck you. Best high school in New Jersey and one of the top 50 high schools in the United States.
Filled with
It's
druggies.
actually not.
It really isn't. It's kind of ass.
Char went there too.
Yeah, Char went there too. Char actually graduated from there. Congratulations, Char.
Oh my god.
But I got kicked out after 1 year because I failed 2 classes, which is how they keep up their graduation rates. By the way, they kick out anyone who fails. That's how they keep up their high graduation rate.
That's so fucked.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like at one point I did get the test answers for like the final exam for chemistry, but he might have changed it. I forget exactly what happened, but he might have changed the test after he found out that the answers got out or something like that. But at one point when we were doing I was in AP history, and when we were doing the test, the practice test for the final exam, basically, the first one I did terribly on, and so, you know, he's like, "Come on, Pat, you gotta do better." Blah blah blah. The second one, I cheated my ass off of the girl next to me. Her name is Sakura, fucking Naruto West.
God damn it.
No.
And yeah, I cheated off her. I cheated like way the hell off her test, and I don't, you know, next time around, it's like, and Patrick is the most improved so far. Good I'm like, he had everyone clap for me. I was sitting there rolling that shit in. Yes. It's like, yeah, okay. This is. I cheated, but I'm still proud of myself because that was some damn good cheating, Pat. You gotta be stealthy for that shit. You gotta be subtle. I've only ever been caught cheating once, and it was by like a teacher who I consider like a mentor to me, so I felt bad. But
Me?
no, he's not a mentor to me. Yeah, but yeah, I kind of felt bad, but I was like way back in middle school, so whatever. So
Yeah.
but yeah, me and cheating have a long history, but not in relationships though. I don't cheat in relationships, just on tests.
Same. I mean, like,
I cheated once
huh?
in
Wait, what?
my life.
What happened?
I cheated once in my life, and that was back in the 5th grade.
Oh, Charlotte unleashing her
Like in a
her
relationship
dark
or
backstory.
grades?
My teacher told me to send in, like, we were doing some big math test that was supposed to measure how well the state was teaching their kids.
Yeah.
And my teacher sent me to the office with the answers to these sheets. And on my way down, my bully / friend and I were going down, and I dropped it.
Bullies aren't your friends.
Yeah, I was about to. Yeah, I'm not. I don't want to interrupt you, but like, what?
So like, she was a bully to me, but I was, you know, those friendships that you have because you feel lonely and you're like, I don't want to be alone. You gotta be my best friend. And she's like, friends do things for each other. Do all these things for me. And I would be like, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Never done that, but I can sympathize.
relate to that.
I can sympathize with the experience.
Yeah. So
At
it was
work.
one of those. And she was like, oh my God, the answers are here. Take the answers. I'm going to write some down, memorize as much as you can, and I'm going to memorize as much as I can, and we'll share them. And we did, and we shared them with the entire class.
Not a good move, but okay.
I've done that before.
But the entire class basically got like the first 10 questions correct. But those were super easy. It was like, is this an isosceles triangle? And we would be like, yes, it is.
Y'all cheated on the easy shit.
Yeah. So in the end, I was the only one in class who got a perfect score, and she got really pissed off because she thought that I knew all the answers and I didn't share.
No, you just cheated, right?
Word. You gonna cheat? Got to do it right.
Smart.
Play smart, not hard.
Yeah, and like I told this girl in my night class who was also in the same 420 classes I'm in, and she was like trying to I don't know, it was just weird because she was like, oh my God, that's so creative, I've never heard of that before. I was like, I've been doing this since like I got here. And because like I've cheated like every class, and like it's funny because like it's also weird because like most teachers that I had, like my sister had them too, so like my teachers like since middle school were like, oh, I had your sister, so
You gotta live up to her potential, blah blah blah.
yeah, because like she's quiet and good grades, meanwhile I'm just loud and get okay grades.
I feel like that's what my brother's going through right now because he's in he goes to the same middle school I went to.
Yeah,
And like everyone still knows me around there, so
who the
and I was known as like, you know, the bright kid, blah blah, blah, you know. They were disappointed when I wasn't valedictorian, but I'm dead ass. Like I was told, like, you know, beforehand, like, you know, one of the higher ups is like, "Yo, I want you to be valedictorian." I was like, "Oh, well,
this is dope."
like, okay, sorry.
Oh my God.
Whoops.
Yeah, I mean, like for me, like when in high school I left with a scholarship and a 3.7, I think GPA, or 3.8, and then I kind of did the same thing when I left my community college.
Okay.
And now at this college, I just got to 3.0 something, because what's it called? Aside from like, you know, trying to cheat my ass off and like trying to actually study and actually do work and all that shit, when you because I'm a transfer student, I didn't know that they set the shit to 0.
Do they?
Yeah, so you have to start from scratch. So like the first semester, I was at 2 point something. I was like, how? I had 1 C and 3 B's, and then like that was like scaring the shit out of me. And I was like, oh wait, they start you over. It's not like your GPA carries on over and they just continue with that, which kind of makes sense. But that was actually scaring the shit out of me.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah. Because I was like, I did okay for my classes. I surprisingly passed Python with a C. And
I'm assuming Python is a test.
Python is a programming language.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Coding language, isn't it?
Coding, programming, same shit. They're interchangeable.
I guess.
I'm the one that's studying this bullshit. I say.
Get called out. Get called out. Call this thing out, Charlotte.
That's why like what's it called when I found out, because I was originally a computer science student going for the BA, because fuck the BS. Like the difference is like the BA you're mostly focusing on programming, BS is more the mathematical and logical side. Stop. Pat's been like with my shirt halfway off like this whole time, and I just been staring at his stomach.
Wet. It's wet. Okay, you left me outside in the rain.
You came with your coat open.
You know I don't close my coat. That's like
whose fault is that?
like that's
Get an umbrella at least.
well, but I don't have keys right now, so like.
Wait, so you were dead ass outside till then?
Well, no, I wasn't outside like all night. Like that's not what happened.
Yeah.
But no, I just as soon as I left the house and I came out, I'm like, oh, it's raining. Well, we're at the point of no return now. Whoops.
You still don't have your keys.
No, I couldn't. What do you mean I still don't have my keys?
Wait, so how'd you get in?
I got in. Well, okay, that's a whole story for afterwards. But
Okay. Because you're making it sound like that you were just there for hours on end, and then you just came over here.
It's like, no.
Oh god. Wait, man, I'm
So
super.
yeah, we're all a bunch of terrible cheaters. That's what you need to take away from this.
Only with studies, never relationships.
That's right. Follow our example, kids. Don't cheat on your relationships. Just cheat on
School's
tests.
expensive as fuck. It's my right.
Yeah.
The school system's kind of shit anyway. Not the fault of teachers, just the.
Oh, okay. I thought you were.
Yeah, no, not the fault of teachers. It's the fault of the system. Teachers are great.
Sometimes
school
it's
isn't.
teachers.
Sometimes it's teachers. Mostly not teachers though. The school teachers are great. System isn't. But if you can cheat your way through it, go ahead. You can. There's like free information everywhere now. You can.
It's not even that like
you can educate yourself wherever the fuck.
that. And, like if you are going to school like for whatever profession, like there is an honor code and they do enforce it. That's what the whole plagiarism and you don't cheat on tests and shit.
Oh, you mean what you're breaking right now?
Yeah. Go fuck.
I'm not in college.
I have 2 more semesters and I'm done. I don't care. And yeah, like it's funny because like I've never seen them actually be enforced. And like for example, my night class when I'm doing the online test, it was he literally puts on the exam like because it's online. He's like, you must follow the NGIT code of honor and don't cheat on the test or whatever. Because the way that he programmed it, at least, it's like sometimes there's 45 minutes or sometimes there's no time limit. And once you answer the question and you go to the next one, you can't go back.
Okay.
Because like at least from my experience, other classes have just been like, here's all the questions and here's a time limit, figure it out, and you can go back and forth or whatever. And it's funny because like I still find his shit out online, but for some reason I still got a 50 on the fucking quiz. Damn, I probably just didn't read it correctly. I was just trying to finish everything and get all the right shit, but like I probably clicked the wrong thing. But shit, like school's fucking stupid. Anyway,
but no, seriously, I find that most of what I know now, I learned outside of school.
Yeah.
Like for example, writing. You're not gonna learn how to be a great writer in school.
Well, you're only learning to like the supposed standards that they expect.
Yeah, and their standards are shit.
Yeah.
Their standards. They're teaching you. The thing with school is, especially not non-college schools. You're being trained for the most part to pass tests.
Yeah.
You're being trained to write to pass tests. You're being trained to do math to pass tests. It's not really practical. Okay, here's how you write. Here's different writing styles, skills, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Here's different, literary devices, blah, blah, blah. Well, you do learn literary devices, but they kind of barely scratch the surface. But, so, you're really just in school to learn how to pass school.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
I find that system kind of fucked.
I mean, it is, because, like, I mean, I don't know, because each school is different. Like, when I first got to my school, I didn't know that we had something called Commons, which is, like, what fucked me up for Python, because that was the only class that I had Commons for. And it's basically, like, your professor will teach you whatever is on the curriculum, but Commons is a generalization of what they should have taught you.
Okay.
Which, like, the way that my professor taught me, it was weird, because, like, I feel like I was in the guinea pig class, because the dude just became a professor.
Gotcha.
Oh no.
And like the dude, he teaches fine. It's just that like he basically puts it on a PowerPoint and goes, all right, this is how it works. This is the different stuff you can do with Python, all that stuff. But the exam focuses on troubleshooting.
Gotcha.
like, it's fine to know, like, what this program can do and what it does, but for the exam, you need to know what happens if you run into a certain error. Like, one of the questions was, like, here's a bit of code. Is there an error, or what is the output? And one or two details can make you put, this is the right output, or there's something contradicting, and which gives you an error.
Yeah.
And me, like, I only understood this by the time the final came, because I failed both finals. I got 40s on both of them.
Yeah.
And there's a whole story that goes with one of the finals, but I don't even think I should say it, because I feel bad for saying it, because one of my friends makes fun of it all the time. And I feel like I have to say it. Fuck it.
Yeah, you do.
I forget if it was the first or second comment, but I was telling my parents that I was like, okay, I'm going to stay a little extra at school because I have an exam that kind of forces you to take it at a certain time. And my parents were going back and forth that apparently I said I was going to. No, it's on a certain date. No, it's on this other date. No, I'm not taking an exam. I kept reminding them I have an exam. Mm-hmm. Day comes, I'm taking the exam, and in the middle of it, I'm getting calls from my parents. I'm getting calls from Backpack. I'm getting calls from our boss, and I'm just like, yo, what is happening? And then by the time I got out, I was getting emergency phone number calls, and they're like, hey, are you Walter? You know, whatever my last name is. It's like, yeah. Are you okay? Are you kidnapped? No, what's happening? There was a whole fucking police search going on for me.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and like I was just like, you know, coming out of the, I was like, I got text messages like, oh, call this number as soon as you see it or whatever, and then like I find out that my dad was with like the cops looking around campus, and then apparently other people were finding out, and I was just like, I was just taking a quiz, like an exam.
Yeah, I was in an exam, dog.
Like, yeah. And then like when I met up with my dad and the cop, he's like, "This is protocol." So you know, they were little stupid, redundant questions like, "Are you alive?"
What?
I was like, I'm in front of you."
No. You should have just said no.
I'm an apparition.
I am a ghost.
Are you okay? Are you physically fine? Are you hurt in any way? And he's like, no. And he's like, okay, proceed. And then they called off the whole search, and I was like, holy shit. I mean, yes, I understand, you know, being a parent, like, if your kid isn't, like, answering his phone and all that, you'll get worried, but fuck, the fact that it went to a whole search, and I'm just like, because I wasn't going to leave my exam and be like, yo, what the fuck, I'm taking an exam or whatever. I mean, I'm not going to talk to my parents like that. But, you know, it became a whole thing, and then, like, this one girl who was, like, with me, throughout the whole thing, she keeps making fun of me for it. I'm like, fuck you, you cute asshole. But yeah,
it's a cute asshole.
Yeah, and like I failed the comments, and like one of the, they always focus on troubleshooting, to get back to that, and like when it came to like reviewing for the final, he's like, hey, what do you guys want to review? I was like in the towards the middle of the class, and I just went, troubleshooting. How do we know if it's an error or not? And he's like, okay, cool. And that's all that we focused on, because that's legitimately what we needed. And he also gave us like past exams from like last year and like 2 years before that. So what I did to study was like make up this huge Python file and type in all the exams, and I would use Python Tutor, which is, you know, a website that goes through the program and tells you what's wrong with it or not. And I used that, and I literally wrote in like, because the way that Python works, if you write anything, it could potentially fuck up your code. Yeah. So you have to put like the hashtag, the £, and that makes it a comment. So it doesn't. So like if the program reads it, it just doesn't mind that. Yeah. So I would have to put comments like, okay, the reason what I literally wrote step by step. This is what happens, and this is what happens, because I felt like I have to explain it to myself like I'm a 5-year-old, so that I can understand it fully and grasp the whole concept. And that actually helped me during the final, because I passed somehow, and that helped me pass the class. But then the whole school hit me with like, yo, so like if you want to continue in computer science, you need a B to pass Python so you can continue. And I was just like, oh, looks like I'm IT now. And that's what I'm doing now. Okay. But yeah, fuck the school. Anyway, aside from that, how was your week, Pat?
Oh, my week? Oh yeah, that ice cosplay shoot.
Oh yeah, you were talking about
that everyone canceled.
Except for one dude.
Yeah, except for one dude. Everyone canceled. Yeah, no, it was like, you know, people got sick. People, it was raining, so I'm coming all the way from Long Island. Blah blah blah. I don't fucking know where Long Island is.
It's past New York.
I know it's past New York. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I live in Jersey. Like, yeah, I'm coming far away too. Nah, I'm not coming at the dude. My brother got sick. Emergency work trip to Peru or some shit like that, or Puerto Rico or some whatever.
Some big country.
Some Hispanic country that starts
Portugal,
to peak.
Pakistan.
I'm pretty sure it's Puerto Rico. How do you have a work trip from emergency work trip to Puerto Rico that you didn't tell me about the morning of.
We had a dude at work who was like, hey, so I know I just came in, but I gotta go to Puerto Rico because the whole hurricane thing.
But I mean, it's an emergency, so he can't tell you until the
yeah, that's also what
I guess. Right? But hey, can you come and take a few shots first before you?
Oh my god! He's like, my family's dying. It was a landslide.
Yeah, well, the landslide is still gonna be there after you take some photos as Iceman.
Oh my god! They're trapped in their rocks. They have no water. He needs to get there as soon as he can so he can lift the rocks.
Boy. Other dude had son and work shift or whatnot, blah blah. So yeah, it ended up just me as Jack Frost, and I would. The photos themselves are fine. I just didn't really like the way I turned out in the photos.
You look like a little boy.
And yeah, it's because I didn't get the chance to shave that morning. It was I woke up and it was my mom had me doing a lot of shit, so I was really busy. So I didn't get the chance to shave, so I had the white wig and the black fuzz down here.
Yeah,
that sounds fucking weird.
We're not talking about your pubes.
Hope so.
Gross.
And so it was me, Jack Frost, and me and Jack Frost are two different people. Me as Jack Frost and another guy, Marv Infinite, as Captain Cold.
Is that his Instagram?
That's his Instagram.
Follow it.
Yeah, Marv_Infinite. Better be paying me for that.
What's it called? You talking about shaving reminds me of yesterday, how we had a big boy boss before you came in.
Oh yeah.
With our regular boss come in and mind you, when I came in, my boss was like, yo, so help me stalk and do all this other shit. So I was like, all right, whatever. And so I kept doing it, all the shit. But then people kept coming in and all that, and so I had to stop and help make orders, all that. And he literally just stands there and yells at you because he's like, hey, why isn't this being done faster? And I just went, yo, so you want to help?
Yeah, he did that when I did delivery with him once, and it was a
that was the
experience.
funniest fucking.
Because mind you, I don't know where a lot of the shit goes.
Come on, Thanos.
Yo, I hate this guy. Yo, I'm mad. I'm mad. Our RGM told this guy that I'm a comic book fan because now whenever he sees me, because he's into comics too. He's really busy because
he reads.
No. He's really basic with it because at one point he came up, he's like, yeah, you enjoy Suicide Squad? I'm like, yeah, I was like, yeah, Joker and Harley Quinn, right? Good couple. I'm like,
oh
right.
no.
He's like, it's a pretty abusive. I'm like, it's a pretty abusive relationship. He's like, what? No, they're. He's like, what? No,
they love each other.
Yeah, he's like, no, they're each other's one true love. I'm like, but nah, this dude. What?
I'm gonna say something.
Go for it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it just took me so long to be able to say something that I can't believe I'm actually being able to say it. So, when you like comics, I don't think it matters how far or how deep you are into it, but I do agree that Joker and Harley Quinn.
She said you're an elitist.
Well, okay, yeah, thank you for that, but I'm not trying to be an elitist. I'm just yeah, jeez, yeah, I do realize I'm coming across the kind of jackass. But he's said things in the past where it's are you really as into it as you say you are? But anyway, if okay,
I'm gonna quiz you.
I'm not trying to quiz people over here. I'm not hey, where's your nerd pass? No, but yeah, but no, he's I'm carrying box. He's like, come on, Thanos, come on, Hulk, come on. I'm like, yo, fuck you. It's
come on, Superman.
Yo, this isn't gonna motivate me. I'm just getting pissed off and I'm gonna smack you. Yesterday, how he tried to talk to you in Spanish and shit.
Yo, that was annoying the fuck out of me. And I legitimately went because he was like, "Comprende?" I was like, "Yes, I'm a dirty immigrant."
My God.
It's
I don't I told him that I could speak a little bit of French, and by a little bit, I mean I could get around Paris if I really needed to. You know, in a pinch.
Parlez-vous français?
I was about to say that.
Huh?
Parlez-vous français?
Oh, yeah, oui.
No, I just be running all around Paris. Parlez-vous anglais? Anglais?
It's so hard to understand what you guys are saying through my tiny ass phone.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault. It's my phone's fault.
Beat up your
But-
phone. Kill it.
Yeah,
end it,
like,
so.
I don't claim to be a genius with French. That's why I don't even put it on my fucking resume. Like, that's something I cannot.
Knows
Put on
2
my
words in
resume.
French. Yo, but with the whole fucking thing, like, he just kept, like, going back and forth. Like,
Oh yeah, he kept on telling you like andale, andale.
yeah.
Yo,
And
I don't know
I'm
the
like,
words.
first off, I'm not Mexican. And,
coming at you the idea, buddy, but like the fucking Speedy Gonzalez over here.
dude,
like,
when he first met me, he called me Speedy Gonzalez.
boy,
because,
yo,
because
y'all need an well, y'all like I don't work there. We need an HR department. What is
we
this?
supposedly do. But, what is it? He called me Speedy Gonzalez because, like when it was when I first started working there, and everyone kept saying, "Yo, he's like this and that and the third," and I was like, you know, it's my first like few months there, and I'm like, I'm scared.
Oh no, I
And
said his name. Oh, no.
he walks in. I don't even. Maybe I'll censor it. Whatever. He walks in, and I'm just like, so I'm doing literally everything as at the fucking speed of light. And he's like, "Hey, so slow down there, Speedy Gonzalez," because he hopped on the line with me, and I was like, "That's racist."
Oh my god!
Because like I didn't know like he was Hispanic at the time, and like he's just this big white man, and I'm just like, "You're racist." But now I just didn't give a shit. Like he what's it called? So he.
But I feel. Oh, yeah, sorry.
No, it's just one of the stupidest things that he did yesterday. It's like he got hot water for the beans because they were looking a little dry there, and like so he got hot water, and I was like, alright, so it was just him and my boss just standing right next to me. He's like, hey, they need those beans need hot water. I was like, so is someone gonna get it? Because like I'm making orders. Like
I hated that so much when he'd come up behind you and you're getting swamped, and he was like, "Hey, yo, this menial thing needs to get done all the way in the back," and you're like, "We'll go and do it."
yeah. That's why, like, I don't give a shit. Like, you should have seen Backpack's reaction. He just kept giving him, like, the most sass. And I'm just like, lol. And, fucking, what's it called? So after my boss got me the water, Big Boy, like, took the rest of it and dumped it in the garbage can.
Wait, he dumped the water in a fucking garbage can?
Mind you, the sink was literally like a turn away. And I'm just like, yo, but like I was like dumbfounded, so I was like laughing. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? He's like, they're heavy duty bags.
What are you doing?
Oh, stop saying his name!
Oh god, I'm sorry.
And fucking, he's like, don't worry, they're heavy duty. I was like, I will see, because like I'm the one that has to like take out the garbage. Anyway.
Word, like these shits leak. What do you mean? Like again, I take out garbage every night. These shits leak.
Yeah.
People dump their fucking half empty.
Yo, I don't understand
Or
how
half
people
full.
get like drinks and they just drink 2 sips and dump the rest in the garbage.
Shit annoys me.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, even you could dump it down the drain.
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
front
that's
of
what it's there
the
for.
soda.
But I have to walk all the way by the fountain. It's easier to just throw it out.
Fat Americans.
Coming from
Said
a
the
fat
fat
American.
American.
Okay, quick PSA for all those that enjoy fast food. Clean up after your goddamn sauce, you
Oh my
fucking
God.
mongrels.
Yes.
No, wait. Funny little incident that happened the other night that pissed off Walter. Actually, you want to tell it?
Wait.
You probably better if you
There was a
tell it.
lot of shit that pissed me off last night.
No, it wasn't last night.
Wait, what?
The other night with Backpack and me and Short and Round.
Shorten round? Oh. Wait, I don't... No, you tell it. I'm not...
No,
remembering.
where you had to make the order on while you were on break.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, fine. I'll tell it. So, Backpack found a friend... Well, saw one of the people that he knows, so he literally went off to go talk to him. Pat here said, I took the order, so I don't have to make it. Mind you, I'm just sitting there eating. And then another one of our coworkers was just like, yo, so I want to use the bathroom, so I'm going to clean it while I'm at it. And no one made it. I was just trying to eat. And I just stared at Pat the whole time, like, yo, that's your man's too. Like,
Yo, that's my man's.
Yeah, you know him.
What? Oh, the guy that backpack
ordered.
was talking. Oh,
no.
Oh, the guy that ordered.
The guy that ordered.
Did I know him? That wasn't.
That was the small, short.
The bored-looking white dude.
Yeah.
He does mobile orders, dog. That wasn't.
No. Not him. It's a short dude, Hispanic.
Oh, okay.
Whatever. Because like I seen you talk to him. That's why.
Yeah, I talk to customers. I'm like, hey,
Yeah,
how are you?
Like, this
Blah,
your
blah,
man's
blah.
right here, and you ain't gonna make his shit. So
Listen,
then
my whole thing is like,
I stopped halfway through my fucking meal to make the shit.
And yo, Walt was pissed the whole night
because it's annoying.
He was on his shit the whole night.
Because
and I was like,
it just kept getting worse.
And like, I thought it was something else, so I'm over here like trying to like console and trying to like get to the root of the problem so I can talk to Walter. Turns out, yeah, I know it was that thing that happened 4 hours ago. Wait, what?
No, it happened like half an hour when you asked me.
No, it was like it was about 2 hours.
Whatever. And like, no, and it wasn't just that. It was like, okay, that annoyed me, and it just kept getting worse because Backpack was like in a fucking hissy fit the whole night for whatever reason.
My explanation for not doing that order is that like I'm not letting Backpack get used to. Oh, I'm gonna go out there and talk to a customer and let Patrick, I forgot I didn't have to censor myself, and let Patrick take the order and make it while I just chill out here and talk to my boy. So I wasn't. I'm like, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna. Yeah. I was just being stubborn.
Yeah. So then I just went, fine. I guess I'll fucking make it. And then like. Our other coworker noticed that I was like that too, and she's like, I talked to her about it. She's like, yo, but come on. I was like, I don't give a fuck. All y'all were fucking there, and then no one just decided to make it. So then I had to get up from my meal. It got cold as fuck by the time I got back. And I still ate it.
I mean, that's how it be sometimes. Sometimes, like, so busy, you can't really sit down and eat. I've had it where it's like, people are coming in, so I'm literally getting up every fucking time.
Yeah, that's how it was when you were doing the delivery last night. And I was just like, So,
can y'all stop coming in so I can enjoy a bite of this, please?
Literally, it was like every single bite, and then like there was a woman that came and said, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I was like, "No, it's fine."
I'm like, no, you keep eating. Nigga, I'm gonna take 15 minutes to eat.
Yeah,
I'm taking your order.
Take a whole half
word.
hour.
Like, yeah. I hate I appreciate the gesture, but I hate that shit.
Yeah.
No, finish up eating. I'm gonna finish up eating. You're gonna wait there about 15-20 minutes. You're gonna finish up eating.
I'm gonna go to White Castle. I'm going to Chicken Spot next door.
Boy. So I'm like, nah. I'm just like, nah. I'll take it right now. That shit annoys me.
Yeah. What about you, Charlotte? Have you had anything like that at your new job?
I'm sorry, you're too good for us now. Charlotte, too bougie now.
Annoying people?
Yeah. Anything worth a story?
Okay, so it's a really. Okay, I'm gonna say it's a snooty part of town, because we all know it
It's downtown Jersey City. It's where all the white people are. It's trying to be Manhattan. Okay.
No,
it really is trying to be Manhattan. You can't tell me otherwise.
Manhattan's dirty as fuck.
Manhattan is... Okay, yeah, Manhattan... Okay, hold on. I'm sorry.
Well,
Manhattan's dirty as fuck.
We're also talking about different parts of Manhattan, though.
Sorry, Charlotte. Manhattan's dirty as fuck. It's New York. New York is dirty as fuck. Sorry, Charlotte.
Charlotte just hangs up.
Okay. Once upon a time, it was 15 minutes to closing. And as all customers do, they came in while I was sweeping the floor.
Okay.
And she comes in and she's like, "You guys aren't closed, right?" And I'm like, "Nope, you have 14 minutes." And so she ordered, and I was like, "Oh, well, it's gonna have to be to go. I'm sorry, for that." And she's like, "Well, I'm gonna stay here. Is it okay if I sit on the chairs? Even though the chairs are already folded up and put into a corner. It's okay if I sit on the chairs, right?" And I go, "Okay, that's fine." And then, 5 minutes later, she eats all her food, so I'm like, thank God she eats fucking fast, like she inhaled that shit. And then she comes up and she's like, "I would like a dessert." I'm gonna eat it here too.
Wait, isn't the place you work at a yogurt place?
No.
Wait, okay,
It's a Japanese rice ball.
Rice ball. I was not aware of this. Okay, because I was about to be like, isn't everything there dessert? But sorry, I didn't know where you worked. Now I learned a new thing today. Continue.
Wow. But yeah, that's really the worst because I hated her because she stayed 5 minutes past closing, and I was like, just leave, please leave. I don't want you here anymore. And you were rude enough to sit down and eat. So yeah, that's it.
I mean, with Taco Bell, we're actually forced to whatchamacallit. Well, we're not forced to, but like it's in the rules that like, oh, you know, someone comes in and it's about to close, we're supposed to give them 15 minutes. Yeah, no one's enforced that in years. I don't. I'm like, yo, I got a bus to catch. What?
I would go up to the customers and be like, hey, guys, we're 15 minutes to closing. Just letting you know, I'm giving you 5 minutes to clean up.
Word.
Yeah.
Yo, no, I hate, like, okay, yeah, you guys, you got, like, 2 minutes, we're closing, like, 5 minutes, okay. Do wait till, like, it's 1 minute away from closing to clean the shit up. And
Some of them won't even clean up.
Word. But, or sometimes it's like, you know, they don't have anywhere else to go, so they're trying to get extra time in here by, like, oh, no, I'm helping you clean, you know, blue. I'm like,
Shut the fuck up.
Get out. I don't need your help cleaning. But, yeah, I don't do that whole 15-minute shit. I'm like, yo, I got a bus to catch. Like, I'm not trying to play that noise.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was like, "Are you there?"
I answered before you could even ask.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh my god.
Charlotte's a...
Hmm?
I don't know. I was thinking... Oh, fucking, a medium. No, not a medium. Fuck.
A psychic?
A psychic. There we go.
I'm a medium large.
Sure. Sure. You know you're not a medium large. You know you're like a small and everything.
I'm a medium in clothing, and that's because nobody believes me. Like, I guess for my height, I look like a stick, but I'm not that tall, and people are trying to buy me size 0 jeans, and I'm like, I cannot, that's not even enough for my ankle. I'm sorry.
Damn, okay.
So you have to go. Do you have to go to the? Have you ever gone to the kids section to find clothes?
Well, when I was like in 8th grade, yeah.
Wow. I mean, technically, you're still a kid at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but I mean, like now, you've never had to do that.
I guess I could try fitting into one of a kid's t-shirts if it's extra large.
Nah, that's a bit of a stretch.
No, it's because the head isn't big enough for me to ever put my head through. And the arms are so tight, like my wrist can get through it, but it won't go too much past my forearm.
Ah. Wow.
Yeah, I'm not all bones.
I know that. Oh my god. Wait, Pat, wasn't there something we were gonna mention?
Was there?
Yeah, when you came in.
Oh yeah, that was like my story of getting inside last night. Oh, did
Once
I do
upon a time.
Once upon a time, it was last night. And yeah, no, I forgot my keys, and so I basically it's actually pretty funny. I basically was like, okay, goddamn. And the bell, our alarm system thing, it's an apartment building, it works via the phone. So you put in the apartment number,
code,
and you put in the code, and it rings the phone. There's no buzzer at the front of the door like it used to be. But yeah, and apparently it stops working on like a regular basis. Like the thing's not reliable.
Yeah.
And so, what?
She said,
Oh, okay. I was like,
Sorry.
it's okay. I interrupt you enough. Don't you get this one? Yeah, so I'm just like, oh damn, I can't get inside. I don't have keys. I can't alert my mom that I'm downstairs. What am I gonna do? I was like, okay, let me try and find some Wi-Fi. And so I'm like scrolling through. I'm trying to like use the various like Optimum Wi-Fi. Can't log in. TWC Wi-Fi can't log in. Xfinity Wi-Fi. Xfinity Wi-Fi, basically an incident happened yesterday where I lost power, so I was using Xfinity Wi-Fi earlier in the day to get 1 hour of free Wi-Fi from them. Mm-hmm. And so basically now at this time of night, I didn't have any. It was like I had to pay for it.
Yeah.
It was like $2.90 or $3.95 2 hours. I was like, I don't want to do that. So I ended up walking all the way down to my not my ex-best friend, my best friend's ex-house they used to live in, or where his mom and siblings still live. And I tried to see if, maybe they still use the same Wi-Fi as years ago, and I could stand out front of their house and hit up my mom and be like, hey, let's You're distracting me.
Sorry. I thought someone messaged me.
Okay. Yeah. Let me see if they didn't change their Wi-Fi at all after all these years, and if I can still get into it from standing out the front of their house and just call my mom. And well, they live like right down the block, and turns out they did change their Wi-Fi. So I was like, fuck. And so I walked back, and I ended up like, okay, fine. I whip out my card, and I buy the 2 hours of Xfinity Wi-Fi. And then out of nowhere, right afterwards, one of my neighbors coming down the block, like literally the minute after I bought the Wi-Fi. One of my neighbors starts coming down the block. He's like, "Oh, hey Pat, you're trying to get in?" Boy,
patience is a virtue.
I was so mad. I'm like, I just spent this $4 for nothing.
Hey, you spent it on some important Wi-Fi that could have helped you get in faster.
But it didn't.
But
it didn't.
If you only waited a little bit longer.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Acknowledge that, please. Fuck.
Oh my god. No, but this week has been pretty uneventful. Aside from
from my failed ice cosplay
and like work being annoying as shit. I mean, if anything, we were supposed to do a shoot. I was supposed to come to your place and do a shoot.
Yeah, but shit happened.
Yeah. Like it was raining and
it was pouring. The old man was snoring.
I was sleeping.
Oh
I didn't want to get out. And then but we're just a bunch of 20-year-olds. I think they're entertaining, so we get together.
Nigga, I'm 30 as fuck.
Yeah.
Well, I'm 17. But I look like 54.
Well, this is very illegal.
How? We're not doing anything sexual.
We were talking about weird shit. Like,
hey.
I've grabbed your ass before.
Whoa. Oh, see, now you're making it. See, now you're making it into a thing that you're going to jail. I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be psychologically scarred because you sexually harassed me.
You don't even remember this. This is like 2-3 years ago.
Wasn't it the other night too?
No, I didn't grab your ass the other night.
You touched it.
By accident, maybe.
Maybe.
I knew, cause cause this is like when I just started working at Taco Bell, and like I saw Walter, I was like, hey, and I grabbed his ass as a joke, and like he got super about it. So I was like, all right.
Yeah, because don't touch me.
That's just fine. Jesus Christ.
Wow. It's like sexual harassment is bad or something. Fucking Harvey Weinstein ass fuck.
Weinstein. Jesus.
Give a fuck about him. He's canceled for me.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know who he was before this, so he's always been canceled.
Neither did I. I was like, he's a director. I was like, oh, he did all these movies. Oh.
That I didn't watch. But then, it didn't affect me until it was Stanley. I was like, oh. I mean, you're kind of canceled for fucking over Jack Kirby already, so like, you're canceled again.
Wait, can we bring up what you told me last night about that old man?
Which old man?
The super tall, old, annoying fuck that always.
Oh yeah, coffee. Jesus.
Oh my god.
God.
No,
okay.
Sorry,
first
you
off,
probably remember him because he would always come in like, hey, what's up, little man? He actually asked for you the other day. He was like, hey, does that little girl work here anymore? I was like, no, she left because she hates this place. Oh, I liked her.
And I want to preface this by saying,
the old man with glasses.
Yeah. You're gonna hear some shit right now.
I'm gonna preface this by saying, black men annoy the shit out of me.
Like, wait, him or
no,
in general?
A lot of black men annoy the shit out of me.
Disclaimer, this is coming from a black man himself. We're not condoning any of the opinions or advocating anything. This is all Patrick.
Right? Because, like, I've been in threads, right? I've been in nerd groups. It would be like, black men all, oh, yeah, I want, Black Panther's going to be lit, blah, 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 representation, yada, yada. But then, like, the minute, oh, yeah, GTA's getting a female character, might have a female character. What? No, this is blah, blah, blah. I'm like, really, nigga? y'all were shouting all up and down for representation, but when it's time for women of color, huh?
It was a black.
It's potentially going to be women of color. You know, when it's women of color and it's their time to get a shine, y'all want to talk wild shit. So I'm like, yeah, no, black men. And this isn't like, you know, one or two incidents. It's like a lot of incidents happened to our former coworker too. Yeah. Black men annoy the shit out of me.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'll say most black men annoy the shit out of me. There, okay.
It's still problematic.
It's still problematic. I don't care. Most black men annoy the shit out of me. Anyway, so dude comes in. He's talking to me about the Super Bowl. I'm kind of like halfway paying attention, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Super Bowl. Blah,
yeah, Super Bowl, man.
Yeah, football, sport ball. Ooh, yeah.
Grabbing ass.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
And then, all right, guys.
Wait.
No, hold on. Disclaimer real quick. He annoyed me because, like, he's the type that will just talk till you die.
Yeah.
That's why he annoyed me. I'm just like, yeah, what's up, man? He's like, yeah, so, like, let's have a conversation for 20 minutes. I'm like, I got shit to do. So you know, and then after the football, I forgot what made him bring up Black Panther. He brought up Black Panther. It was probably like a trailer. I think a trailer probably played around like the commercials or something
like that. I don't know. He mentioned Black Panther, and I was like, oh, and this we kind of exchanged a little bit, and he's like, he mentioned he's kind of a DC fan. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm more of a DC fan, and he's like, yeah, and he's like, I'm like, yeah, DC's been coming out with, like, you know, he's like, yeah, DC's been coming out with a lot of good movies lately.
Yeah, they're coming out with a lot of movies.
Yeah, he's like, you know
what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I mean, they didn't have a movie starring a black character, so
Isn't Cyborg gonna have his own movie?
Maybe. It's up in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then he's like, yeah, you know, Superman, Batman, he's like, have they given any other DC characters movies? I'm like, oh yeah, Wonder Woman had a movie last year. And he's like, oh, nah, those female superheroes.
Wait,
what?
Char?
I have to go.
You have to go?
Yeah, I'm really sorry.
Okay. Wait, promote your Instagram before you go.
Instagram, Charlotte Doodles. I'm so sorry for not talking about that. I have to go do stuff. Bye.
No, it's fine. Do your important stuff. Bye, Char.
Bye.
Okay, but
so dude's like, so dude's like, yeah, Wonder Woman, you know, Wonder Woman? Nah, the female superheroes. You know, I'm so tired of hearing women be like, seeing all these movies with female characters kicking all kinds of ass and blah, blah, trying to be, you know, roll with the men, but then women would have this Me Too movement. I'm like,
oh god, that just sounds bad. It is bad.
I'm like, yo, and that's what I mean. That's because he was just on his shit about Black Panther.
Yeah.
But then, like, you know, when he's talking about, you know, female superheroes, I don't know. Oh, man. Yeah. That's what I mean. A lot of black men annoy me. Same shit with white feminists, too. Like, y'all do the same shit, just the other way around. But,
Christ, just alienate everyone.
Yeah. Nah, I only fuck with black female feminists.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's right. You can. I don't care.
As of episode 3, we've been alienating like everyone. Like we made fun of religion. Now it's just like, okay, it was like fuck
black men and white feminists yell on some shit.
Jesus Christ.
Honestly, white liberals in general.
Stop saying white.
What do you stop saying white? No, white liberals are annoying as fuck. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. Liberals are annoying as fuck. And
there goes our brand deal.
I'm being real, like, yo, okay, put it like this. I put like Republicans, right? Republicans are Lex Luthor. They're pretty intentionally out there fucked up. Like, you know, they're pretty just outright. White liberals?
Some of them though. Because like there was a whole thing with the KKK, and then like the Republicans were like, yo, so like that's not part of us though.
Like, yeah, Trump has yet to denounce the KKK. So
yeah, he's supposed to
bad people on both sides.
Yeah.
But then white liberals are more like Bizarro, where like they think they're doing a lot of good, but like they're really not doing as much good as they think they are, and it's like, guys, like I can appreciate that you're trying. I can, but goddamn.
I was facepalming the whole time. Oh my god, can we not get into politics?
Okay, fine. We'll not get into politics all the time.
But fucking that is like the weirdest fucking thing. Is like, I mean, it's also not in our place because, you know, men.
But no, I do, like, you know, my thing is I try to like look at whenever I see, you know, whenever someone of, you know, a non-privileged who doesn't have a whatchamacallit,
Privilege.
Yeah. Someone who's in a non-privileged position. Whenever a woman tells me something, whenever another person of a different minority.
I'm sorry, that's what I'm wrong. Whenever a woman tries to tell me what to do, I gotta mansplain it to her.
Wait, no, shut up. Whenever a woman tells me something, whenever another POC tells me something, whenever a gay person or non-cisgender person, I try to look at it from their perspective and try to listen to what they say, blah, blah, blah. And I think that's where a lot of the issues come in, where it's like where I have a lot of issues with black men because they'll be with black men, but then not listen to the issues of women, or white feminists. Well, they'll be, yay, white feminists, but when people of color try to make their voices heard, and they're kind of ignoring them. And so I try to be aware of everyone around you. That's what I'm, and try to acknowledge all points of view at the very least.
Yeah, for me, it's like listen, and like if you don't agree with it, just discuss it with them. But like most people, they'll be like, you don't have the same opinion as me, bro? Fuck you. I'll just take that. Sometimes it just resorts to violence, and then that's why like I keep mentioning the podcast Adventures in Roommating, but like I'm catching up, and they were talking about soon after the whole when Christina Grimmie was murdered, there was the shooting in the nightclub, and then there was like more cops killing black people and all this shit, and it's like there are some people that they protest peacefully, but then somehow it ends up getting violent because there's that certain percentage of people who's like they'll use for example, the Black Lives Matter movement to their own advantage, so they could rob and loot and all this other shit.
Word.
Meanwhile, you just have all these people that are just like, no, we just don't want anyone to get murdered. I mean, like we were talking about it, I think too, either last night or the other night, that it took me a while to understand that Black Lives Matter means everyone matters. Pretty much,
okay, because like, put it like this: when whoever made Black Lives Matter, I feel like they're like, oh, should I put 2 at the end of it? Should I put Black Lives Matter 2 at the end of it? Yeah, but no, they're not going to be stupid enough to think we're saying only Black Lives Matter, are they?
But then there was that.
Then it was like, oh, so only Black Lives Matter.
No, it all started too.
Boy,
I think it was on a college campus, and like someone crossed out Black Lives Matter, and then they put all lives matter, and it's like, ooh, it's the same.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, we're just trying to say like our lives are being treated like they don't matter, and so we're saying we do matter. We're not saying nobody else matters but us. We're not over here. Yeah, no, we're not like.
Yeah, it's just super fucked, and then some shit is.
That's what I mean, like what I say about actually listening to. Yeah.
But even then, like, sometimes people have so strong of an opinion, they don't want people to talk. Like, for example, what was his name? That's outside. Sorry, there was a noise. What's his name? Milo, whatever.
Oh, that fuckhead.
Like, even though, like, a lot of us don't agree with his opinion, he also has the right to talk about
he has the right.
He also has his supporters and people that follow him. But then, like, some events at college campuses, they had to be shut down because people started getting violent and shit. Even with, do you remember this whole white leave of absence thing?
What?
I'm not sure of, like, every single detail, but there was a professor who was like, hey, in reference to, like, this old piece of work, let's have all the white people on campus leave or not attend classes in respect to people of color.
All right, I need more context on the situation before I drop my full opinion on it.
Yeah, and continue. Like the dude originally didn't mean it to sound like, oh, let's just have all white people avoid people of color. Like, it was misinterpreted, and then it became this whole thing. The dude was berated for fucking days.
So the whole thing was like, okay, for like one day or something, like, hey, let's.
It was either like for a day, if not a week.
Okay.
Like, we'll just have the white people not show up at school, including teachers and all that.
Okay.
And people
and
were like,
do you know what it was supposed to be like commemorating or like?
It was some old piece of fucking work because this other YouTuber I follow, Julian Smith, he interviewed the guy and he was explaining his whole point across. I'll leave a link in the description to the episode of Spellbound, but it was an interesting like listen, even though I only listened to part of it because we were also at work and we have to constantly talk to each other. So I got bits and pieces of information, but it was basically like, so he didn't mean it as in like a racist or white people should avoid others that aren't white. It was like, we're gonna do this in respect to all the events and fucked up things that are happening you know, because a lot of people are like, oh, this is all the white man's fault. So they're like, all right, so we'll just like not show up for like a little bit. You know, we'll let y'all do your thing or whatever.
Okay.
Not in a racist way, but that's how it came across. Because it was literally like they advertised like, hey, white people don't come to school.
Gotcha.
And it became this whole thing, and like there were videos that came out where there were like students, mostly black, because I think it was a mostly black school, and they were like, he came into the room and they were like, shut up, and I think one of them even like tried hitting him or some shit, and it was like, yo.
All right, so wait, the guy who made the campaign for this, was he?
He was white.
He was white.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
basically, okay, I'm trying to like interpret what.
Yeah.
So basically, he was doing this as a means of spite or something, like.
No,
I'm trying to be like, oh, okay, you're saying everything's white people's fault, so if we're just gonna not be there for a day, or was that what?
It was something like that, like he was just trying to be like, yo, let's respect other people and just not show up.
Okay, that does sound mildly spiteful. Again, yeah, it doesn't sound like it was the best idea ever.
Hold on, I found a New York Post about it, because it was last year, May. So I could actually, get the context and not get all the details fucked up.
All right.
So let's see. The title of the article is "College Meltdown Over Plan for White People Free Day on Campus." After protesters at a Washington State college called for a day without white people, a biology professor says he no longer feels safe on campus, and student activists complain that they're being vilified by conservative media. Evergreen State College students said racial tensions have been simmering in recent weeks, but reached a boiling point when a faculty member disagreed with their plans to protest what they say is institutional racism at the Olympia College campus, according to the Olympian. Students were particularly incensed by an email that surfaced on Twitter on May 25th between Professor Brett Weinstein and Rashida Love, director of First People's Multicultural Advertising Services. Mm-hmm. Weinstein, who is white, allegedly condemned the Day of Absence event that asked white people to leave the campus for that day. He called the day an act of oppression in and of itself. And he said he would visit campus in spite of the demonstration, according to USA Today. It, quote, "If there was an interest in public presentation and discussion of race through a scientific/revolutionary lens, I would be quite willing to organize such an event," Weinstein wrote. In a YouTube video posted on May 27th, a group of students is heard calling for Weinstein to be fired. Demonstrations have involved as many as 200 students pouring into classrooms in the school's president's office. And then another quote by the students, "Hey-o, ho-ho, these racist teachers have got to go," the students chanted in the video. Weinstein told station news King that he was advised last week not to go to campus for safety reasons. Quote, "I have been told by the chief of police it's not safe for me to be on campus," Weinstein told King. The station notes that Weinstein has spoken out in this year against increasing the role race plays in the administration process. And let's see. There's like two more paragraphs. I'll just read it. Multiple protest videos have been picked up by conservative media outlets, but the students disagree with the coverage, calling the footage edited. "We demand that the video created for the Day of Absence and the Day of Presence that was stolen by white supremacists and edited to expose the ridicule and students and staff be taken down by the administration by this Friday," students said in a statement to the College Fix. So yeah, he was kind of just like, yo, so like, I'm gonna just not show up. Like, apparently this was like a whole thing, but then it got misinterpreted and it became a whole thing.
Okay, yeah, I feel like it was a bad idea overall.
It kind of was.
Yeah, it was. I don't think that would have fixed things.
It wouldn't.
It didn't.
But some students were getting violent and like they were berating him and all that shit. Like, I kind of see the idea behind it. It just wasn't really executed well, and it probably shouldn't have been acted on. Yeah, then.
This is what the Bizarro thing was.
Oh my god!
This is what that. But this is where the Bizarro comparison comes in. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We mentioned this whole thing after I said let's not get into politics.
Yeah, word. Yeah. That was on you, Doug.
I love that, like, we have an episode that I'm literally calling the dark episode, which is where we're just talking about.
I figured you'd name it that.
And now this is just going to be education and politics. with an asterisk. Because we're not going super deep into it. We're just discussing it. But even then, like, I kind of figured, like, the podcast would be something like this. Like, if it came to, we would talk about events like this. It doesn't really help that, like, we're also talking about events that happened within the last year.
Yeah, word.
Because we're also stockpiling episodes. So what's up?
Stockpiling episodes, acting like we're nukes.
I mean, fine. We're having backup episodes or whatever you want to use. Fuck you. But I think that should be where we end it.
Okay.
I'm also hungry.
Alright, I'm kind of hungry too.
Yeah. So hopefully it's not raining.
I'm gonna raid Walter's fridge.
First off, no. We going out.
Oh, are we?
We could just go across the street.
Oh, you taking me out, Walter?
No.
Oh.
You owe me $20 still. See? Now they know. And I'll update you whoever pays it. But
it's been like this for about a year now.
I know. But you keep adding on to it too. It was last year. It was $4. No, it was $8. Then it became $12. Now it's $20.
To be fair, the 20 was an accident.
Whatever. But so what's your social media?
Oh yeah, the way you said it, it was like, yo, I'm gonna track you down for that 20 on your social media.
Oh,
the way that was set up.
All our listeners, berate Patrick till he pays me the $20.
No.
Hashtag where's my $20?
Oh yeah, Diamond Quality Cosplay on what am I on again?
Facebook and Instagram.
There we go, Facebook and Instagram. I forgot those names. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and once again, for Charlotte Doodles on Instagram. I have all the links in the description. For me, it's Pink Garbage, if not Pink Garbage Music, on any social media. And with that, this has been 3 Artists, 1 Mic, even though Charlotte had to leave early. It's
so
okay.
2.5, 1 artist, 1 art.
2.5.
2.5.
But yeah, that makes episode 6.
Men. 2.5 men.
Yeah, but Charlotte's a woman. Oh god, that's gonna be a whole other thing. We'll see y'all the next time. Bye.